Good evening, America. Over the past 2 weeks, the Oklahoma City bombings have shaken America, and our fears have increased of terrorism. The following documentary, exclusive to the channel AMCH, shows what the bombings has brought to the social lives of Americans.
An explosion at 9 o'clock this morning that did that damage you're looking at right there, blowing off the entire north face of that building. Again, you're looking at the north face there. A second bomb was found on the east side of that building. A bomb squad is on the scene. That second bomb has not exploded.
Terrorism. The systematic use of terror, often violent, especially as means of coercion, to achieve a political goal. It is also intended to create fear or terror. It's directed at a wider target than the immediate victims. It involves attacks on random or symbolic targets. It is used primarily to influence the behaviour of governments, communities, or specific social groups.
On April 19, 1995, a truck bomb explosion outside the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City left 168 people dead and hundreds more injured. The blast was set off by anti-government militant Timothy McVeigh, who in 2001 was executed for his crimes. His co-conscriptor, Terry Nicholas, received life in prison. Until September 11, 2001, the Oklahoma City bombing was the worst terrorist attack to take place on US soil.
He soon recruited fellow ex-army soldier and militant patriot Terry Nichols to his cause, and the two began putting together the plot that would eventually become known as the Oklahoma City bombings. In September of 1994, McVeigh acquired massive amounts of ammonium nitrate-based fertilizer. This highly explosive matter would compromise the main element of his bomb. He and Nichols then stole the remaining ancillary pieces required to construct the bomb from a Kansas quarry. On April 17, 1995, McVeigh and Nichols loaded a rented moving truck with 5,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate fertilizer.
While the events of that fateful day seemed to come out of nowhere, they were the culmination of a long-built plan by the culprit Timothy McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh was born April 23, 1968 in Lockport, New York, USA. McVeigh was a 24-year-old ex-military man when the ATF raided the Branch Stapleton Colt compound in Waco, Texas on April 19, 1993. That raid, which McVeigh viewed as an illegal use of government power, resulted in the death of 75 people. Fueled by this notion, and aligning himself with the views of the radical right-wing militant patriot movement, McVeigh set out to exact revenge on those whom he saw as guilty parties in the Waco tragedy. On April 19, 1995, exactly 2 years to the day of the Waco tragedy, McVeigh parked the now armed moving truck in front of the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City. The building housed a number of offices used by the ATF, one of the agencies McVeigh held responsible for Waco. He lit the fuse and left the scene. At 9:02 a.m., the ammonium nitrate bomb exploded, destroying all 9 stories of the Murrah building. It would take rescuers weeks to recover all the victims. McVeigh was caught by a long-time Oklahoma patrol officer, Trooper Charlie Hanger. He had been dispatched to Oklahoma City. He had been summoned to provide whatever assistance he could. Soon after, however, he received another order to remain in his usual patrol area, Noble County. He was about 70 miles away from the disaster area when he noticed a beat-up 1977 Mercury Grand Mercurius. What caught his attention was the yellow black license plate. He pulled the driver over, got out of his patrol car. Timothy McVeigh got out of the yellow junker and went to meet him.
Hanger asked for McVeigh's license, and when McVeigh was handing it over, Hanger noticed a bulge under McVeigh's jacket. He asked him what it was. McVeigh said it was a gun. The trooper held his own weapon to McVeigh's head. Then Hanger confiscated the 9mm Glock that McVeigh was packing, as well as an ammo clip and a knife, cuffed him, put him in the police car and phoned base. In court, McVeigh claimed that the bombing was revenge for what the US government did at Ruby Ridge. In all, 168 people were killed, 19 of them children. McVeigh and Nichols were arrested shortly after and convicted in federal court for the crimes. Timothy McVeigh was sentenced to death, and Terry Nichols was given life in prison. A third accomplice, Michael Fortier, was given 12 years in prison for his role. In 2000, the Oklahoma City bombing memorial was completed on the location of the bombing. It stands as a reminder of the lives lost on that infamous day.